Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a little sit down video for you all and I'm basically going to share with you my top 5 palettes. Now these are the palettes I go to the most for that bronzy, everyday kind of glam, do you know what I mean? Very similar to what I've done today. Like, I've incorporated every single palette into this one look. If you like, I'll do a little tutorial on it, let me know down below. This is the kind of glam I would either do for work or if I'm going out with some friends, you know, pre-COVID. Or like, I don't know, it's just the kind of glam I'd do. Now I don't want to say going around daily activities.
If I can't, I'm not trying to wear makeup to go to Asda, do you know what I mean?
But yeah, so today I'm going to talk you through my top 5 palettes for a bronzy glam. So starting this video off, I'm going to be talking about this ABH Prism palette, and she is one of my babies. I've had her for years, and like, as you can see, only one or like there's a little bit in this one. I've hit pan. What I love the most about this palette is the formula and the kind of colours that are in it. So anyone who knows me knows I love a rose gold. It has a rose gold. Anyone who knows me knows I love a palette with a black in it. It has a black in it. Keep in mind as well that I don't freelance anymore. So even though they're my favourite palettes, they last a lot longer because I'm not using the same palette on someone 10 times a day. Do you know what I mean? Like, I also love using colours like this to smoke out a smoky eye. I feel like using like a peachy tone, pink, is the same thing as using like a yellow to blend out a colour, to blend out a smoky eye. I might do a series on my channel, you doing a look using my favourite eyeshadow palettes following on from this video, so then you can see how they perform. And I know they've still got this in stock. I'm just editing this now and I cannot find a link for the life of me. So the only place I can see they've got it in stock is on Depop, and that's people selling it off. But they're selling it for like £15. If you like it, grab yourself one, sis. I'm also wearing this on my lid as well. It's got a really nice sturdy mirror at the top. She's a good egg. It's a good palette. If you're looking for a palette that can basically do any look you want, this one. If you want a palette that can give you a smoky eye but a pop of colour, this one. If you want a palette that you just need the palette, and say if you rush and get ready for work and you just need a palette that can do everything, brows, highlighter, blusher, eyeshadow, this one, this one, this one. Because if you used to use this one on your brows with a brush, depending on your pressure is how pigmented and how dark or light it's gonna go. It's just, give it a try, you won't regret it, trust me.
Sounds me. No, I'm joking.
And then my 4th favourite palette will have to be this fiery one by Beauty Bay. Again, I love a palette with a mirror. It's an ongoing trend, this. It's got a good sturdy mirror, which is a bonus when it comes to a palette. It's got big pans, which is important for someone who likes using big fluffy brushes. Do you know what I mean? If this had bigger pans, it should be higher on the rankings, but yeah. So what I love about this is I love the size of the pans, I love the shimmers in it. You can use the shimmers as highlighters. So when it comes to doing a smoky eye, anyone who knows me knows I love the warmth. I love the orange, I love the yellows, I love the red, maybe not so much the reds, but you know, like, I just love warm tone shadows. I feel like 1, they're so much easier to blend and work with. 2, they're so much more complimenting on any eye shape and any eye colour. And 3, they're just easy to use, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, and what I love about it is you have your light shimmers at the top, which are more of a champagne type colour, and then you also have like a deep colour here, which can be used for depth. So because of the formula of it, it almost feels like a shimmer, and that is going to make it really easy to blend. So if you want to add that extra depth to your look, this is going to blend beautifully. Another thing that I love about this palette, I don't know if you can see a little trend going on, but you can use it for everything. You can use it for brows, you can use it for highlight, you can use it for blush. you can just do the absolute most of it. You can do a soft glam, you can do a heavy glam, and a palette like that is like it's like gonna be a palette I go to the most, especially when I'm trying to get ready for work, because I'm trying to spend as long as I can in bed, do you know what I mean? But yeah. And then my third favourite palette will have to be Palm Spring Dreams by Too Faced. So this is what this palette looks like. I believe you can still buy it online as well. And what I love about the palette is, again, you can use it for everything. And I love the formula of it. So this shade here, I'm wearing this in MiaEllaMakeup corner, and it's just gonna make any look you do pop. I like to use these two for my eyebrows. I'm also wearing this on my lid as well. So what I'm wearing on my lid is basically this, and then the rose gold from this shade, which is this one. But you might get a tutorial coming soon. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. Because your girl's active, back on YouTube, back on the grind. She's back trying to get that 1,000 subscribers. So if you're up to this point in this video, hit that subscribe button and help a sister out. You'll have a special place in my heart if you press that subscribe button. Now, I'd say these are joint first. Like, I can't place either of them first or second because they're my babies. They're my most used bronzy palettes. Like, I can't choose one or two, do you know what I mean? They're just gonna have to be joint first because they're my babies. I'm gonna talk about this one first. It's so good because the size, it's amazing to fit in your handbag. If your makeup bag's full, put it inside of it. If your bag's busting, slip it in. It's just, the size of the palette is just amazing. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. And it's in the shade Ring the Alarm. She's got a little mirror too.
I love me a palette with a mirror.
And this is what she looks like. You've got the warmth, you've got the depth, you've got the shimmers, you've got the transitions. Like, you've got the pops of colour. Like, is there anything more you can ask for in a palette? The purple tone browns blend beautifully with the orange tone. I just can't. She's just my baby. This is my most used shade. Even though I'm not hit panning it, thank God. But this is my most used shade. Say if I'm doing a bronzy glam and I need that, I can't explain the shade. It's like, it's not a brown, but it's not an orange. Do you know what I mean? So say if you're starting off doing your smoky eye and you put, say if you put your darkest colour on first, and then you put your transition shade to try and blend it out, but you get the in-between bit where you can still see where you've put the dark brown shade.
This shade fixes that.
Like, I can't explain it. Like, my fellow makeup people would know what I'm on about. But yeah, medium to deep skin tones with this palette. It's gonna be a dream. But yeah, she's cute. Like, again, you can use it for anything. I can use these two mixed together for my brows. Like, even when I'm staying out, say if I'm staying out, got work like the next day or whatever, I can take this with me and I know I can create a bomb look and I know my eyebrows are covered. I don't always take any extra products for my eyebrows. Because me, when I do my brows, all I use is my got to be glued, you know, hair spiking gel type thing, and then an angle brush and eyeshadow. So yeah. And joint first has to be this palette here. So this is my SOSU times KELIDH MUA Urban Bible palette. Yeah, she's very loved, she's very used, she's very worn. She's got a bomb mirror, which is important. And this is what she looks like. I'm not sure if you can get it online anymore. I think it might be sold out. Don't hate me. You know where I probably sell it? If you want to buy it and it's not online, try Depop, because there's always some people trying to sell something on there, do you know what I mean? I use these for my brows every single day. This palette basically is a palette that's out most of the time. Like, I can use it getting ready for work, I can use it just to put a shimmer on my lid. Like, You can do so much with this little palette. She's got a black, she's got a white. What palette have a white and a black in the same palette? Like, you've got your shimmers, you've got your jewel chromes. This was a beautiful gold shimmer, but she went quite quick.
R.I.P.
What I think I also love the most about this palette is it's kind of sentimental. Like, I know that sounds really silly, but I basically bought myself this palette. So let me paint a little story. So it was about 2018, I want to say, and like, I just lost my job. I'd been jobless for about a couple months, I'm not gonna lie. And I'd just been going to job interview after job interview after job interview, and I just weren't getting no luck at all. And you know when you start to feel a little bit like, do you know what I mean? A bit like, remember I was 19, I was a 19 too.
20, I might have just turned 20 actually. No, I just turned 20. I just turned 20.
Yeah, I just turned 20. I was hating on myself, do you know what I mean? But anyway, I remember I used to work in Primark, and they had SOSU as a pop. I thought it was a permanent thing, but I went in the next week and it weren't there, so I'm assuming it was like a pop-up thing, like a pop-up stand. And this palette was trending everywhere at the time, and I wanted to buy it, but it was like 35, I think. It was something like that. It was over £30, and obviously when you don't have an income, when you're on universal credit, that's a lot of money, honey. But so anyway, I was feeling a bit ugh, so I treated myself, and yeah, I've not put it down since. You know when you treat yourself to something, and I don't know, when it comes to things like this, I get a bit like, not attached, because that might be the wrong word, but like I look at something and I'm
like, ah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, I've still got my first ever palette I got. It was a little quad by MAC. Hang on.
I'm back, just had to get it from under my bed.
And I got to pick the colours myself. I just had a little convention makeover. Like, this was when I started falling in love with makeup. And I'd say it was about... I went for my 16th birthday. I was in Dublin, Ireland, by the way. My auntie took me to Ireland for for a present for my 16th, and this is the and these are the colours I chose. Like, clearly your girl was feeling the purple vibes or whatever. I don't know, she'll always have a special place in my heart, do you know what I mean? Like, my mum's always saying, oh, you have so many palettes, like, you don't use blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I spent my hard working money I didn't have on them palettes, do you know what I mean? They started my freelancing, they were just with me through a lot of things, and
I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit of a weirdo.
There's gotta be someone out there like me, do you know what I mean? But yeah, just thought I'd show you my first ever little palette. So they were my top 5 palettes. If you would like to see me create a look with any of these palettes, if you're looking at some of them and you're thinking, how the hell do you do what you've just been speaking about, then I might do a little video. And if I find any of the palettes online, I will leave a link down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, help your girl out, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you very soon in another video. Mwah.